Have you had enough of the rat race? Do you ever catch yourself daydreaming about starting a rewarding new life without any of the stress of your current job? Do you hate knowing that only the top 1% make all the money these days? Well, it's about time you learn and understand how the top 1% make all their money. Just over 2 years ago, Matt Taylor started to research all the ways Warren Buffett, Philip Fisher, Jeremy Siegel, and many others made their fortunes from predicting the stock market direction, while so many other people have never had nearly the same success as them. There had to be something more to their strategies and insight with the market that made them so successful. Matt began studying to learn all he could about the stock market, knowing that the key to success starts with education. After all, knowledge is power. His goal was to find out what special trait most people were missing that those giant traders had. He soon realized that most traders don't use financial indicators to analyze the market's volatility. Instead, they just invest their money based on a gut reaction or based on some information a friend told them about a company like Apple or Google. Sometimes it works, but most of the time it doesn't. With this information, Matt developed a program to help teach people how to understand the market in which they're trading. It's one thing to know how to drive a car, but it's a whole other, more useful skill to understand how a car works on the inside.
Hi, I'm Matt Taylor, and I created this new method that helps people like you escape the rat race. This method is based on giving you a full financial education with trading software that uses the most advanced indicators that are taught in stock market classes in the top business schools around the world. If you want to change your life and become hugely wealthy, it's now possible with the right system. This program uses the exact same trading methods that have been used by the world's leading financiers and have been proven time and time again. This is not just one of those get-rich-quick software gimmicks. Those systems sound too good to be true, and guess what? They are. They don't work like they say they do. And you want to know why? It's because they don't teach you how to use the software properly or help you understand how trading works. I designed this entire program based around teaching you the ins and outs of trading. If you want to trade like the pros, you have to think like the pros. Don't spend thousands of dollars trying to learn these secrets by going back to business school. I will cover everything you need to know about these insider strategies in this online course. Now is the time to escape the rat race. Stop running and start living. The road to your financial freedom will depend on how carefully you plan and build your capital to work for you, not keep you running around after your own tail. My best friend Ronnie once told me that the key to overcoming a complicated issue is to change your perception. If you can change the way you look at something and stop listening to the voices doubting you, you can set your mind to achieve huge success. My system helps you look at trading differently. It teaches you how to look at the market the same way guys like Warren Buffett do. Like I said, knowledge is power. And it all starts with these simple steps. Get off the wheel. In order to get out of the rat race, you have to be able to see the rat race. While trying to keep up with daily expenses, it's easy to saddle yourself with a hefty mortgage and an expensive car payment. It's easy to convince yourself that these things make you happy. But it's very important to realize that your stressors are completely self-inflicted. We are our own worst enemy when it comes to feeling helpless about finding financial freedom. But the good news is that you got yourself on the wheel, so you can get yourself off of it too. Change your perception. Realize that you are in control of how you spend your time and money, and believe you can make a change. Change your work week. The 9-to-5 grind is gospel in the rat race. But it's not the smartest or easiest way to put money in the bank. Instead of focusing on putting out fires and generating immediate results, consider dedicating at least 15% of your time and energy into activities that build on your quality of life. In addition, spend 40% of your time developing new platforms instead of maintaining the existing ones. Did you know the majority of countries in Europe actually want their employees to take vacation time? In fact, most businesses will even pay their employees to take time away from work. It's a simple and well-known fact that people are much more productive at work if they're happy and stress-free. You've been tricked into thinking that working overtime and harder than everyone else in your office will get you ahead. What your boss doesn't want you to know is that your job's future is in their hands at the end of the day. This is not how success should be achieved. Take your own life into your hands. Listen, I'm getting hungry. Let's go down to one of my favorite restaurants and wine and dine. Try to keep up. The number one reason why immensely successful businesses end up closing down is because they fail to keep innovating. Even Apple has just had their first drop in sales in over a decade. Apple needs to make something new, something as revolutionary as the iPhone. But instead, they've become stagnant, thinking the iPhone will continue to sell at record-breaking numbers forever. If you have not been making the kind of money you had hoped you would have been making by now by doing the same job, it's time to think different and change things up. It's time for you to follow the money and create a plan to get there. All the people working at my company get all the vacation time they want, make way more money than they ever dreamed of, and are happier than they ever thought possible. Just this past year, I dedicated myself to my own financial freedom project. I hired a team that works closely with me to develop my own software that makes the profit I need to get off the wheel. I told myself that no matter what, I would see this project through all the way. I risked my entire savings account to develop software that uses the same methods that Wall Street and other financial institutions work with. Take care of her.
Yes, sir.
She's new. All right, let me explain how this works. Have you ever heard of the moving average methods? The MACD, the Fibonacci calculator, etc.? If you're a professional trader, you're already very familiar with this. This method was proven by the most successful brokers on Wall Street, the ones that can easily predict the movement of the stock graph and whether the stock graph will trend up or down. Word spread all over the news when these big shots made a fortune on the market while everyone else lost their money. Nobody could understand why they were able to foresee the market's next move time after time. What they finally realized was that these traders calculate with indicators. These indicators analyze the market instantaneously, allowing these traders to make trades before anyone else. It seems as if they were predicting the stock when really they're just being informed of the stock's movement before other people. These tools are the brains of the systems used by the world's top traders. All the other software you've been tricked into buying is just a knockoff of this method. Software based on methods like binary options don't even come close to the speed that indicators based on the moving average method have. If you feel like you've always been a step or two behind the trading success you were promised, it's because you have been. You're thrown into a new program with zero experience, zero help, and little to no understanding of the software you're using. My entire goal is to do just the opposite. My program is literally designed to teach you how to understand and analyze the market, guide you through the ins and outs of the trading software, and help you succeed along the way. The best and most successful people on Wall Street learn from years of trial and error. Nobody has a perfect trading record. Fortunately, the key to their success isn't a secret anymore. So you don't have to spend years figuring out what they already know. I call this project the Escape the Rat Race program. We develop the project and connect you to the software. Well-known brokers then start making trade signals on your behalf using the advanced indicator tools that analyze the market. This way, you can manually trade by taking the online courses that I share with you. This whole idea of software being set to auto-trade for you is totally misleading and doesn't work. You think the world's top traders set their software to auto-trade? No way. They make incredibly specific and well thought out trades based on the information they get from their indicators. This is what you should be doing too. Learn the tools, understand the market, and execute the right moves. This course is your next right move. If you've been wanting to make the kind of money you deserve and need to achieve financial freedom, you need to do it right. There's no overnight method to becoming rich and wildly wealthy. It takes time, knowledge, and understanding. But you don't need to know everything about economics and business. You only need to know the necessary information it takes to make winning trades. The Escape the Rat Race program cuts all the fat out of business school classes and teaches you the exact same methods and tactics the pros use. You don't have to be a math wizard or an economy czar. You only need to know the difference between a winning trade and a losing trade. This online course gives you access to the tools that will explain the difference to you. By joining this program, you will have exclusive access to the same tools every millionaire and billionaire in Wall Street uses. Thank you, sir. My meal is here. I'll be back to you soon. All right, I got a party to get to. Follow me back to the car. You take care. There are no secrets to being a successful trader. The only secret is focused hard work and drive. I know for a fact that you have the brains and work ethic to be incredibly rich and successful at this program. What I don't know is whether or not you have the drive to make that move right now. Show me that you have the tenacity and determination to change your life for the better, and I'll show you how. I will guide you through the simple and quick courses that it takes to get to complete and total financial freedom. Start your new life today and escape the rat race. There's a big, beautiful world outside the cage you put yourself in. Come join the big leagues and never look back. You can thank me later. If you have the balls to make your life what you've always wanted to be, you'll see me on the other side.